Hey, so my name is Eddie Gonzales. So I'm doing a review for David's program, his fitness program. I've done it now for 6 weeks. My wife's done it before for even more than that. I'm going to be continuing with the program in the future on a more of an individual plan, just because I liked it so much. So I kind of want to give a breakdown of what's how it is and all that. So essentially, the first week is going to be tough. Your body's getting used to the exercises, especially like if you didn't work your legs and all that kind of stuff in the past. You're going to have sore legs, maybe a little hard to walk in the first couple of days. But after the second, third week, you start to get used to everything. By the fourth week, you start to hit your stride. And when you start to hit your stride, you start to enjoy the sessions. You start to enjoy, look forward to basically being able to go. With regards to the nutrition program, it's not the most complicated thing in the world. It's not a starvation diet or anything like that. Literally, Dave does a good job of breaking it down. He sends you a PDF, you look at it, and you basically try to apply that to your life. It's not too hard. The hardest part, I think, is just sticking to it. But the way I see it is, if you're going to do that, if you're going to pay the money to hire a trainer and all that, why cheat? If you're going to cheat, don't even do it. There's no point. But and I'm sure he would say the same thing. But it works. If you're putting in the work at the gym, if you're eating right, you're going to drop the weight and you're going to put on muscle, whatever it is that your goal is. Obviously, there's different ways to go about doing it. But Dave does a really good job of asking you what it is you want specifically, and then he kind of tailors it for you. With regards to noticing, I guess what's the first thing you're going to notice? For me, it was, looser pants. So one thing that, and I guess more as a guy, and it just depends on who you are, but for me, I really didn't have too much of a desire to actually drop weight. My thing was more of just like turning, losing fat and then gaining muscle. So like in the past 6 weeks, I haven't really seen a difference when it comes to the actual scale, the weight on the scale. But I definitely saw a difference when it came to just body composition. So a good thing to do is to invest money in the those like fancy like scales that talk about like bone mass and all that kind of stuff, like body fat and all that. I dropped in the 6 weeks that I did it. I dropped about 10 pounds of body fat, and then I gained about 10 pounds of muscle. So that's good as a guy, and I'm sure as a woman too. But so that's one thing. And then I think it also I lost a significant amount of body fat, like percentage, and also gained a good amount of body fat of muscle as well. I think it's like 10% or something like that. So the program that he's got is really good. My wife, she also does the program, and hers was more tailored towards like I guess like fat loss and all that kind of stuff. Not necessarily putting on a ton of muscle. And she's seen a lot of great results, and she's dropped a lot of weight. So that's been good too. With regards to like, I know for me, this taught me that I'm able to lose weight. I'm actually able to, get healthy. I'm able to do all that without, laboring too much. The good thing about the workouts, like I said, is they're not like 2 hours. You know what I mean? So they're like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, at the most. So it's doable, it's feasible. It's not going to take up your entire day or anything like that. I'd say if you've got the time, you've got the ability to do it, do it. It's worth it. You're going to feel better. You're going to get healthier, and you're gonna see a change in your body. But you got to put the work in. Obviously, you got to be serious about it with the diet and all that. But if you're serious about it, do it. It's worth it. It really is.